Good morning, everyone. So it's rainy season. It's raining. So anyway, today is Joel mom's burial. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead there, and I think we maybe they need some service if their lack of service. So Jila is with me. And last night, I think I stayed there till midnight. So a little bit of haggard this morning and a little bit sleepy. But yeah, we're gonna go attend for the funeral. I mean, yes, funeral. So I think most of them they're already there. So we're gonna catch up. So it's our last day today here. So tomorrow we're gonna head so early, to go Manila, and then by the next day we're going back to Texas. Very much excited. I wanted to see Texas for a while, because it's been a while that I think it's almost a year since we back to Texas. But our life is here more, of course. We live dual life, but we decided to stay more longer here, especially when we start investing here in Philippines. So I'm here waiting my family is to come out, and we're gonna go. I think I'm gonna go straight back home because James need this truck to run his errands. So I'm waiting them.
Well, it's probably be my last little drive running around here in the Philippines before we head out to the airport in the morning. Yeah, rainy right now. Man, it's really stormy. Oh, dog almost ran out. See that? Little reflections of things before I leave to go back to Texas briefly, very briefly. And that's the crew. Man, they didn't want to quit working. They got families to take care of. First, I was going to keep it down to just 2 or 3 people before I was going to cut the payroll a little bit. And of course, in my choice, it was going to be Mok definitely stay on first. He's got a newborn baby, and he's just my right arm. But I thought Joel might want a break, but it turned out Joel didn't want a break. Now I'd asked Mok who he wanted on as a helper. He didn't really want to answer because he don't want anybody upset with him or anything. So I was picking Francis, and he agreed with me on Francis, but he wasn't going to pick Francis because, of course, you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings and nothing like that. So I was going to keep Francis and Mok. And I just felt like a hole inside of me doing that. And I made the decision just to keep all of them on. And Mok's going to be their boss. I've got them set up on projects, and even Melinda's brother Marvin, the one that we had kind of cut loose, or Melinda cut him loose, we've brought him back on board to work because with the storms and stuff, he can't fish and he can't feed his family. He has actually been doing pretty darn good fishing while he could, but in this bad weather, right now it's not a good time. Not long after the time we get back, it should improve again. This is like the worst month right now with what they call a hanging habagat, I believe is how you say it, habagat. It's like an ongoing monsoon with monsoonal inflow and winds and rain, which make those waters stirred up and dangerous out there. So shortly after we're back, it should be calming down. Now, last year we came back and towards the end of September. We were in the U.S. for about 2 months, but most of you did not realize that we were gone for 2 months. Some of you only thought we were gone for a couple of weeks, because the way I was putting out old videos and stuff, and I condensed things down to where most people didn't realize we were gone as long as we were. Train of thought here. So anyway, they're all going to stay working, and he's going to be the boss man. Marvin's going to be working, and then if he wants to go back fishing shortly after we're back, and the weather's good and all, he can. If he wants us to help pour concrete on those upper walls and set forms, he can. We're a family. There's a lot of love in this family, and there's a lot of forgiveness in this family, even when we have some stresses with each other. And that is an important thing right there. So we're looking forward to our short trip, and honestly, if I had to redo, and it wouldn't cost me a lot of money to redo it, I wish I would have went in and made it longer. I do miss Texas. There's times I said I don't miss the USA and I don't miss Texas and I don't want to leave. But I found that I was kind of lying to myself and anybody I told that, because I do miss the USA and I do miss my state of Texas and all. And I love my country. I still love my country through all of its flaws and everything. It is a good country through all of its flaws. Yeah. So I look forward there. I tell you what, it gets me back in a reality check too. You know, to go back to Texas every once in a while and to the USA, it gives you a reality check. In many different ways. We can go back to where driving is not so chaotic. Yeah, to where here, if I hit 60 miles an hour, it feels like when you're driving 100 miles an hour back in the States, because there's just so many dangers and the roads are so condensed with so many people. And I tell you, it's kind of funny, after you've been driving over here for so long at slow speeds and you go back to the US and you get on those big roads and it's easy to drive like in Texas. You know, there's a lot of 80, 85 mile an hour speed limit, a lot of 75s and all. And you get there, and if you're not rolling fast, you'll get ran over. Man, when you're not used to driving those speeds, because you've been driving here rolling slow and curving in and out like I'm doing right now, man, it's a shock to you, man. It's all of a sudden like you got in a race car. It is. So that, and I guess, like, I don't know what else there is that I can say I truly miss. Of course, it's like nice to go get clothes and stuff that you can really pick through that fit our sizes. So like in the US, I wear just a large, according to what brand, just a large or a extra large in shirt size. I don't wear a 2XL, 3XL, none of that stuff. Most of my shirts are just a large. And here I have to basically try to get like a 2 or 3XL in Asian sizes, because they cut the sides so slim. And even though they say that it's a great big size, it's a big size to Asian. So just a large is all I need, and US size. Of course, it's cut for what the typical American torso and all is. Look at this, boy, about to hit each other right there. Everybody cuts everybody off. I always let everybody pass right here, no matter what. Traffic guards out. Yeah, no matter what traffic guard is out, I'd rather just let somebody go. So it's gonna be a pretty time of year there. It's summertime. In Texas, it's hot right now. 97 has been going up too, but it's not hitting and doesn't even show to forecast any of those like 100 plus and 110 degree, you know, and 115 heat index days and stuff. And in the forecast, it don't show to actually get hotter. It shows that not long after we're there, the temperatures may even drop just a little bit. Look here, man, jeepney over jeepney, and I had to get all the way around on a curve into another lane to get around them. Yeah, so so it's not going to be any temperatures that we're not used to from right here all the time. But sometimes, like last year we went to Texas, the heat was so intense that we were just begging to get out of there and get back here to the Philippines, to where it was like at least 15 degrees cooler than what it was there. And I mean, that 15 degrees is a big difference. So I don't think I'll have that this time. And rain, well, I've seen some people commenting that Texas has got a lot of rain. South Texas around Houston and all got a lot of rain. Mike, it's there at our farm, said that the rain went all east of us, more over towards the deep East Texas, Louisiana side, and didn't really hit us up there. So you know, Texas is a big place too. Texas is equal to the size of 4 or 5 other states put together. And it's got a lot of different climates just amongst the state of Texas. You got a desert area, you got a heavy wooded rolling hills area, you got a mountain area, you got a coastal region beach area. You got what they call the hill country, which is scrubby brush and some big trees, and real stony, to where over on our side we're more over by the oak belt and the pine belt. And of course we have big forest and stuff over in our way, and rolling hills and beautiful. We're on the beautiful side of Texas. TV and movies always depict Texas like a desert, but that's only out in West Texas. Yeah, it's only out in West Texas. Alright, well, I'm getting near to my destination, and I'm going to get off of here. Just a little reflections, a little yak, and just a little driving down the road video. This is here on Highway 501. I'm going in towards Iloilo City right now, actually getting a lot closer to it. It's a coastal road. All right, everybody, take care, and we'll talk to you on the next one. Good afternoon, everybody. Anyway, I want to walk out here. May have to run back in because we're just getting huge waves of rain. But and it's a mess. It's why most resorts and tropical places, when typhoon season, hurricane season, it all comes, they usually lock down and disappear during that time. We know a lot of them that do it, and even we had some subscribers mention that too, you know. So that's when we usually make our escape out of here too. It's just so hard to do anything. And now I love storm season here, don't get me wrong. I'd be happy to be here in it, but if I had to choose the best time to leave the Philippines to go abroad and get some other stuff done and all, this is the best time, really. But I love storm season as well, so I've really been kind of enjoying it, other than it's sad to see people when they lose their homes, flooding and all. But you know, that's life, that's life. Anyway, it's getting windy again, and I want to show you a couple things here real quick. So I'll sit down at coffee so I can cover up the microphone. I'll just set this here by the tree so I can put my hand over this microphone and y'all don't get too much whistling Dixie here. So one of the things I wanted to see before I left was the pond full. It's still about maybe 18 inches low right now. Yep, and so you see where that dark spot is right there, that would be full. But it's just probably about as full as I'm gonna see it unless it gets a lot more in it in just the next few hours, which it could, because we keep getting a lot of waves of rain. Now this isn't getting no shed like off here, because of course we don't want sand pouring into the pond. So the two ways this is getting water is off that concrete driveway down through there and out that hole, because there's a hump in the drive right there. So the water turns and comes in through that hole over there. So it gets runoff off the driveway. And then there's one pipe here I need to move. But this one down here with water coming out of it right now, that is from our gutters. So that's actually the runoff from our cistern, meaning our cistern is full. It's been full. It got full after the first 2 rains after that long drought. So this is mostly been filled up off of runoff from our roof. And as it's running there right now, and it's not even raining at the moment because it's still just trying to pour out and settle down. So when it's pouring down, that pipe's really pouring it on out right there. But still though, it's so nice to even get to see it this full before I go, man. Look at that, it's almost there. So when it's full, that pipe may be just about, I'm up here at a higher angle than looking straight over at the other. When it's full, it should just be about up on that pipe right there. And it should be up into this stone all the way around. But they might have got that stone there a little high right there. It looks like they should have went down a little bit lower. But it's really great to see this water in it. Got some banana trunks floating in there to neutralize the acid. That is so cool to see it getting filled up. When I return, I might pump a little off the top and that pipe right there, I'm gonna address that pipe. I'm gonna redo it. I just kind of did it temporary that day. Not even all the joints are not even glued. I'll probably put an elbow, bring it right over to that column, bring it down, and then across over to the pump. And I'll probably put cement over it. On the column there, I'll probably have them render over it and hide it in. And on the floor of the pond, I'll have them to put some concrete over it. And that way it don't get damaged, or if somebody gets in there or kids get in there. And I'm gonna be real honest with you. Yesterday, we all got in there. Melinda was in it. I was in it. Her Uncle Malong that helped build this house, her dad's brother, he was in it. Mop was in it. Marlon was in it. Marvin was in it. Everybody, we were all in there, and one of the kids was in it, Moy, Marvin's son. And actually, I know it's got a green haze, but that's not actually like a whole lot of algae. A lot of that's from the banana stalks. You put your hand in there, the water's actually pretty clear. And we had fun, I ain't gonna lie. We were so salty from working out here at the beach, sandbagging the front of the Bayacubo, that it just felt nice to jump in there, man. They asked if we could, and I said, you know what, I already have been, y'all didn't know it. And Melinda said, I have been too, and y'all didn't know it. So we all laughed and we jumped in and played like kids. It was so fun, actually, you know, and got all that saltiness off of us. So just the way it is. I don't know how windy it is in the mic. I'm sorry if it is. You know, we got back here the end of last September, and we got started going again in October. And first thing we did was all that work extending out the barricade out to the beach and where that boat can be launched out there. We brought all that up high. We did all that work down through there, which is massively paid off. What a good decision, you know. If not right now, it would all probably be lost. All of this would have been lost if I hadn't have done that. And then after that, we worked on starting to build this cabin, and we cemented all the inside of the boat right there, the flying concrete boat. It's fiberglass on the outside. It had old wood core on the inside, and we poured beams in it. We put pipes. We concreted, made a solid concrete floor. We rendered in the sides with concrete, and before the year's end, we'll get outside and we're going to do some dress up work on that, even if we have to kind of like make us a little scaffold over the water right there. And we'll dress that up and make it nicer. There's a canopy that goes over it. There's a stainless steel canopy frame that was originally with that boat, and we decided we're just going to put a new canvas on that canopy, tie it off good, and then we're going to build a table and some seating in there. And a lot of the old cushions are still good, and we've got them stored, and we'll probably reuse them. So we did that work, and then we built this cabin right here, and we kind of moved along slow with it because we knew we were going to be doing this pond too, and we didn't want to put a lot of renters in there and us build it right in the front door. Then we also worked on the swimming pool project. Boy, the wind's strong. We also worked on the swimming pool project while it was dry to get this camera back a little bit. The wind's blowing so hard though. That on the swimming pool, we'll step down here out of this wind. I just go right over here by the cabin for a minute. We got a retaining wall in. We dug out and we got a retaining wall in where the pool is going to be. And we knocked out the end, did some demolition from that old fish pond that was there, and reused that concrete liner as a retaining wall. And then later when we get back and we build up the top, well, then the last thing we're going to do is the pool. So we got that all prepped, and that was nice. At the same time, I started this mahogany bridge, and going down picking pieces as he got in the ones that I like, and that's really great experience with the lumber yard on that. The mill, it's a sawmill. It's not a lumber yard like some, you know, kiln dried, you know, wood or something in the U.S. or in the West anywhere. So started building the bridge slowly, and then we formed up and we built all of that up above up there. That took a little while getting all that formed, and we poured all that concrete up there for these next rooms, including all the columns coming up and all. Then we did all this sidewalk project everywhere here, all these steps coming up and all, sidewalks all around, bearing in electrical, low voltage electrical, 12 volt DC for landscape lighting, bearing in pipes that are going to be for watering. I know that sounds crazy right now, but dry season can't come back again. At least we'll have a little bit of way to put water. We did that. We had secured these mahogany logs here that are going to be where Melinda wants that little cantina built that she wishes was done now. Built these. We got our gates installed back on here, and we dug out and we built this entire pond, plus completed the bridge. Maybe a little railing that we're going to do when they get some wood again. But we dug all of this out, removing the old gabions out, transferring the stone, put the gabions out down that side. That was another first project we did when we first arrived, is we built a concrete retaining wall on that side over there, and over the top of the existing gabions, and we extended the gabions further out. That was something else we did during this past year. And this pond just looks so cool. What y'all guys think about that? This thing, when the water's full, it'll be right up over here somewhere. Isn't that nice? Man, look at that. Is that nice or what? Need to get that ugly orange pop out of there. I'll go pick it up when I get done here. Just look at that. Isn't that so cool? Yeah, really neat. So yeah, we got that. We did the blue windows up there on the house. We closed that in. We did the solar heater. We added another 11,000 watts of solar panels. No, I'm so sorry for that. We added another 5,500 watts of solar panels. Whew. The wind is strong. And what else did we do? Well, we built that goofy bamboo, I joked around, catamaran, the bamboo raft out there like a barge. And we used it for a while. I spent about $200 on it. That was all. I mean, bamboo's so cheap here. And it becomes such a pain in the butt to keep up with it. And we knew that when storm season come, it was impossible. So we beached it. We knocked it apart. Here's the old bamboo. The bamboo is highly seasoned with salted, which makes it real resistant against insects and all. It's well treated from it out there floating, and it was perfect to build with. So yesterday, amongst the storm, we've had this prepared here for a while to have another nipa hut out here. Actually, that nipa hut was supposed to be right here, but we were having such a struggle moving it that we decided not to mess with it no more, trying to get it over the posts and stuff that we set up here for it. That we know that thing won't last forever over there. And so yesterday we started framing up another one. I'll start sawing off the extra long pieces and all tomorrow. That's why these poles have been here for a while. That's all reinforced down in there. And all the bamboo from the raft is now building this cabin. And myself, Marvin, Francis, and Mott worked on this yesterday, and they're probably going to have this thing mostly built before I return. It should have a roof on it and all before I return. But I'm really excited about the pond, man. I just can't say it enough. Can't say it enough. Well, in the morning, early, we're leaving here 4:30 a.m. and Melinda's friend that owns a taxi cab, he takes a lot of guests for us. In fact, he's picks them up sometimes and returns them back to the airport or wharf or wherever they're going. He's picking us up 4:30 in the morning. Our flight's at 5:55, and we'll fly to Manila. We're going to spend a little time in Manila, and then from there we're going to fly on to Tokyo, and then we're going to fly straight from Tokyo to Dallas. And Mike's picking us up, and the family's staying here in the house while we're gone. Whoop, here comes the rain again. Gonna make a run for it. Woohoo! Yeah, buddy. Man. There it is again. Well, that pond's gonna be full. And anyway, we'll fly right on to Dallas. Wow, camera's wet now. Yeah, and then we'll be flying right on to Dallas. Family's all staying here. So one brother, sister-in-law, and other brothers coming over and staying. All the work crew's gonna be here and everything. So property's guarded 24/7. We don't have to worry about that. Everybody's still gonna be here. Only one's missing is Melinda and I, you know. And that's a great thing about having family around also. So there it is. We'll come back and we'll kind of like a fresh start again. Take a little short reprieve and come back with a fresh start. And I just want to tell you, everybody that's watched all these projects during these past 10 months, I deeply appreciate you very much. And while we're gone, I'm going to put out the videos as well on the boat and the boat project that's been happening. So y'all watch out for those. Please support it, even if it's content that you're not that crazy about, but you like our channel. Support us anyway. Give us a thumbs up. Play the video and walk away. Go cook something, you know. Go flip some burgers on the grill. And just throw us a bone. Appreciate it very much. And we'll see you all on the next one.